Hello, hello. I am Ashen Ninja, and this is a legendary start guide for Repanse de Lyonese. Good old No Pants herself. A while ago, when the expansion first came out, that she was the FLC Lord for, I did a campaign on her, and the campaign's actually fairly easy. I suggest you do it. It's a good campaign. She's fun. Yeah. Empowered woman with a giant sword, ready to jam it through your head. What's not to like? Alright, so she is her faction's called the Chevaliers de Lyonese. It works very well if you can put on a French accent. It makes it a lot easier to pronounce. I'm shit at accents, so, you just got to go with what you can do. Now, for her faction effects, she has control +3 all provinces, which is just public order. Upkeep minus 50% for all heroes. So if you want to hero spam those paladins, this is the one to do it with. When I did her campaign, I actually did 2 armies of paladin spam. Worked brilliantly. And she has melee defense +8 for questing knights. Diplomatic relations -80 with vampire counts, vampire coast, and tomb kings, because she really hates them undeads. And her effects herself, she starts with the Knight's Vow and the Questing Vow unlocked, but not the Grail Vow. She gets +10 Chivalry, which that makes 0 difference. Physical resistance +5 for Peasant unit, which is a thing. It's nothing too exciting. Leadership +5 Peasant units again, yeah. And she gets the Halo of Maidenly Wrath, which basically is a little explosion from her vicinity, damages dudes. She starts with a unit of Knights of the Realm, Foot Squires, and a unit of Questing Knights, which are really good. Decent amount of melee defense on them. I'll be doing this, of course, in Legendary, very hard Legendary. And as always, your mileage may vary a little bit with the way it starts. And what's the other thing I normally say? I don't remember. If you play on lower difficulties, a lot of this will still be very helpful. Anyway, things will just be a little bit easier. You won't have as many revolts. Blah, blah, blah. You'll have more money, because you'll have less... you might not have more money, because it is Bretonia and they do not have supply lines, which is one of the little things we exploit. Even though it's not actually an exploit, it's just something you can do. Okay, so her actual starting army. She starts here in lovely Araby, where we're already friends with them, and we've got enemies up here. Okay. First thing we should do is, so we've got here, that's our nice little army, a couple of archers, that sort of thing. We've got a trebuchet, which is excellent. She starts on Suleiman, her horsey. And she looks really tired and thirsty there. Well, thirsty for a drink, not for anything else. So, first thing we do is go into her vows. So, as you can see, we've already got those 2 there for lowering upkeep for questing knights and other ones. Oh, Pegasus Knights that low, eh? So we go with the Grail Vow. So we've got defeat Legendary Lord, no, 5 Lords in battle, or raise 5 major settlements. We'll go with kill 5 enemy lords in battle, because that's the easiest one to do. And I don't think you actually have to kill them, just defeat them. So, however you want to do it. We start with Henry Le Massif, her unique hero. Main thing that sets him apart from the other paladins is he can go onto a hippogriff instead of a Pegasus. And we'll give him the Knight's Vow. We want to... my preferred one is Pledge to Chivalry. If you go with Pledged Order, that can be good if you've got enough money to be knocking down and building, one turn to build buildings sort of thing. So, but we go Pledge to Chivalry. So, for example, if we look at some of these buildings, you'll get some that are 2 turns. There you go. So, for example, if you were going to knock down and rebuild the field or a weaving house over and over again, because you've got a bunch of lords or heroes in the province. That's a good way to get that up nice and quickly. Little bit of a cheesy way of doing it, but that's okay. Alright, what we don't need at Kofa is that building. We do start off with a shiny Kofa docks, where we can get Knights Errant. But we don't want that, that's not going to make us any cash. All about them dollars, baby. Alright, so we'll get her moving towards Henry, so that he doesn't use up a lot of movement. Let's change this to fast. Now, I know I didn't go through Repanse's skills when I could have just before, but that's because we're going to fight a battle first, and when she's leveling up, then we'll go through the skills. So don't worry, we'll get there. Oh, and the other thing we'll do is recruit ourselves a lord, because that is what you do. Because there's no supply lines, we're going to give him Pledge to Chivalry as well. Well, we've got our first one. Next one, I might actually get a Prophetess, because they're actually extremely useful. Have a look at our research as well. So, one of the best ones, so the thing over here is, with Repanse, instead of the usual way you research, like in other Bretonians, you research to actually get your confederations, you don't do that with Repanse. She's got a different kind of research tree over here. So reducing things like hero cost, minus 10% for paladins, weapon strength upped for lords and all that sort of stuff. So she's got some different ones, and that's a very, very good one for later on as well. Especially when you're recruiting a lot of heroes, getting that recruit rank up a lot. First thing we want to do is get her economy settled though, so we're going to go into that. Over here you've still got some decrees, extra chivalry for fighting things and that sort of stuff. I don't really like these because they're very conditional. You know, immune to wasteland attrition. Yeah, we're not in wasteland, you know. It's only really good if you're fighting green skins, and I like to kind of keep a consistency with it, so. Alright. Let's go fight him. Yeah, that looks alright. Looks fine. I reckon we can do this. Yeah. Let's prove that we can't. And do the fight. It's actually been a little while since I've done this fight, so. That should make things a little bit more interesting. Alright, now we are actually a bit lower on the ground than them, so we want to get ourselves into a slightly higher ground, so that it gives our shooting better options. So I think we'll plonk ourselves over here a bit. Yeah, we'll leave our shielded units in the middle. That's fine, like so. Cavalry can hang out over there. You and Henry up there. Let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to go defensive on us or aggressive? Looks like they're going aggressive. They're heading straight for our cavalry, which we actually want to flank them with. And go for rear and side charges with. So we'll change our positioning a bit. Kernwraiths, no. Let's fire at the Black Knights a bit. Where are they? They did have some Graveguard. Graveguard away up the back. Okay. Which is fine. Quite important to get those Graveguard and the Black Knights. They're probably two of the more important things to destroy. Kernwraiths are going to be important to kill as well. Use our maidenly faith. I don't know. Didn't feel like it did much. Graveguard can be targeted now. The reason it's so good to be keeping them in a blob there is because our Lord and Hero won't take too much damage from any of that. But what they can do is get them in range of all of our shooting. Alright, you guys hit them, you guys hit them. That's good, those Black Knights are gone now. Just taking a little bit of damage, but that's alright. Good charges there, boys. Pull out now. Ooh, they've got a critical binding, so as we can, let's get them back in there. Now the corp cart is a balefire cart. What does that one do again? Okay, so it's got regeneration in there. That's alright. Not ready yet. Nope. They're doing very well. They're fighting 3 units, so we'll leave them in combat for a bit. They generally shouldn't keep your cavalry in combat, but they're doing quite well there, so skeleton warriors are going off to them as well. That's alright. There we go. That's a bit better there. Alright, that's all starting to crumble, which is good. Let's get our remaining shots onto the Graveguard while we can. Go assist there. Let's hit the corpse cart. Ooh. Yep. Oh yeah, he's broken now. It's that Strigoi got in combat with him. Oh, he must have just got terrified. Them out of there. Oh no, don't you fire at them anymore. You guys don't need to shoot at them anymore either. You guys can shoot up here. Henry, you should get out of combat with him. He is wrecking you, my friend. You get in combat with him instead. No, that's not really working either. She's taking way too much damage from him too. Everybody out of combat with him. Them all out of there. Alright, you two, you guys fire at that. That's good. Yep, get out of there again. Try not to cop too much friendly fire there. They're all out of ammo now, unfortunately. Let's hit him. Alright, you now stop. Just stop firing, please. Gonna use our question knights to kind of hold him up while we destroy these units. How are they doing now? They're crumbling now, that's good. You get out of combat with the Strigoi. Alrighty, that's good. We've now got them. Yep, cool, he's disintegrating. That's him sorted. Could not really get a proper go at him, but he disintegrates, so we win. Petronian cavalry are really the only cavalry I think that you should have. Like most other cavalry, it's not really that good. Petronian cavalry, especially questing knights. Questing knights are excellent. You're dead, mate. I don't really need the money this early on, so we will.
In the name of the lady, the Leoness, I shall go.
Don't exactly know how he managed to survive that, considering
In the lady's name.
He supposedly died, but whatever. It's fine.
Have heart. The lady guides us.
We'll lose a little there, but that's alright. Okay, we'll get her force marching back to Kofa. And let's have a look at her skills. Now, as usual, like from most Bretonnians, she doesn't really have decent blue skills. Lightning Strike can be useful, but you don't really have to this time around. So I generally go with Campaign Movement Range. Now, she also has the usual Bretonnian red skill line. I personally would go for Peasants. And what's the other one? Where's the... No, not you. Probably that one there. Because I'd want to give her a Hippogriff Knight spam army. But, you know, you kind of got to go with how you feel about the whole thing. Yeah, so, I don't know. So, but really, I'd look at probably Bowman and maybe the Questing Grail Knights, but most likely I'd go for the Hippogriff spam option, or just upgrade the Field Trebuchets. You know, up to you essentially. She does boost a fair bit of your peasants and that sort of thing. Now up here she's got a pretty standard melee line, nothing too exciting in that, just your usual thing. She has Lionhearted, which is a minus 50% cooldown to rally, which is pointless, I think. Vigor loss is always good. Less vigor loss. It's always good, I should say. Fleur de Lis banner. Gives the passive ability Fleur de Lis. Constant duration around self. Allies in range. 40 meters. Plus 9 melee attack. Plus 9 melee defense. Is a good banner. Her unique one, so armor piercing weapon damage for infantry units, casualty replenishment rate, and melee attack for infantry units. Excuse me, got a bit of hiccups. Melee attack for when fighting vampires and various other undeads, flaming attack against them. And immune to psychology for, again, same sort of armies. That affects your entire army. This one you do want, melee plus 15, ward save plus 10, definitely take that one. Construction time minus 50% for all buildings, local recruitment plus 2, construction cost minus 25, all buildings when she's in the region. That's a good one, especially for recruitment and that sort of stuff. I do go for that one. Leadership aura size, characters leadership, I don't really put much stock in that, so I generally don't go that. I'd want enough skills in here to get this though. That way she's unbreakable and she has frenzy as well. So she isn't exciting, but she's not bad. She can't get anything more than Suleiman. And you should get the Sword of Lioness. It's a good weapon. And yeah, you can activate it every 120 seconds and makes her very good at taking out your enemies, to say the least. Now, I'm going to go into Redline with her to start with. Plus I got her, of course, the initial... Oh, so that only counts as one destroyed, but we killed the first guy. Anyway. We can take a hit. See, he got 2 because he's leveled up twice. Oh. So let's give him Blade Master. And we'll give him hard to hit. I like to make him tanky, because as you can see, I like to just throw him in. His special skills: Chainmail, very good. Extra melee defense, of course. Again, Monster Slayer, very good. Weapon strength plus 10%. Bonus versus large, all good. And this one is quite good if you've got knights essentially in your army. So he's a good guy to have around. He can take some hits and he does pretty well. So yeah, definitely one of the better heroes you can get. Okay, we should probably go through the turn now. So nice manual battle to start with. Knight's already proving effective, which is good. Now the other thing that you get with Repanse that you do not get with other lords is this: Desert Supplies. Failed to prepare is preparing to fail, as the old thing goes. So if you go into, as you can see, she's just as she is. Going to send her into Kofa. We're going to pop her back out of Kofa, or I will, but I won't pop her very far out of Kofa. So, as you can see, she's got a little water drop there, 5 turns, so it means I can cut across that part of desert with her.
My reputation precedes me.
And here you can do the same thing. So you do that with all your lords as you get them. I made the mistake of not recruiting anything last turn, so that's a bit of a shit stain on my fault there. Let's get ourselves a... We'll just go with the melancholic one. Yeah, melancholic, that's fine. We want her so that we can get some nice life magic going. Now, with all of these peoples gathered around here, we're going to spend a little bit of money. Only one, because we don't really have a lot of upkeep options here. And we're going to actually, I'm going to pop her back in there first so that she gets more replenishment. We'll recruit one of those so that we still have some money coming in. And just here we are going to get ourselves some fields. Then what we'll be able to do is get more archers. And that'll be good. So we only have the 1 field trebuchet, but that's all we need for taking Al-Haik. Alrighty. So what we want to do is get ourselves to about there. Looks good.
What is your behest?
You go through.
We have met before.
You've got... We'll get you to go through anyway, even though you've already got 5.
Ah, yes.
We will now recruit 4 of them. This will probably put us... This will actually, not probably, it will put us into the minuses, but we're going to take another lord.
My strength and wisdom are yours.
He's going to follow them along as well. Oh, we're going to go into the minus because of that too. Let's get a couple less. 4 should still do it. That'll be fine. We'll have the lords to take stuff out with anyway, so that's good. We can get rid of some of the other units in her army as well. Okay, so we can't quite make it to his house yet, so we will
With the lady's blessing.
just go to the edge here.
You know who I am.
Sorceress.
And this way we can get this other lord to catch up as well.
If the lady wills it, taking my leave.
Now, so if you're actually wondering, the goal for the very, very start of your campaign is to essentially consolidate your initial province. Just in case you weren't sure of what we were aiming for here. Don't need another lord at the moment, but I just want to have a look anyway. Uncompromising, honourable. It's fine. It's fine with what we've got.
Such heat. Such oppression.
So really, that's your initial battle anyway. Getting that sorted. After that, so here's where you can kind of go, which direction should I go in? Do I want to go for Al Hike, where you've now got pretty much a full stack, plus whatever else is in the garrison? Or you can go to Fyrus and take out that. It is entirely up to you, but personally,
Now,
this is my target,
fight.
therefore that's where I'm going. These guys are weak against armor, so it's perfect for our
Now to battle.
for our lords and heroes and such.
Faith is my armor. Moving up.
So you all get to come in here.
Yes, very well, if you insist.
He might not be in reinforcement range there.
Bretonians,
Maybe he
advance!
will. Let's have a look. So we've got... No, he's not
May the
quite.
lady guide your blade.
But that's okay. What we do is we'll put him on force march.
Lord,
So worst could happen.
I go thither. Very well,
There
I
we
go.
go. So he'll be in range now.
With Bretonian fire.
Now, it doesn't give us the greatest of odds, but that's okay. There are ways to make that work. So if they don't actually have any kind of range, so all we have to do is take out towers, pop a hole in the wall, and then we can really work them over. But that is something you're going to have to see in the next episode. So hopefully this has been helpful for the start of Repanse for you. In the next episode we'll go through this battle at Al Hike and how we can get through all these mighty hordes of undeads, which are not actually very mighty at all. Really, they're pretty crap. Anyway, I'll see you then. Hope you have a good one. Hope it's been helpful, of course. And subscribe. Bye bye.